Okay, there's a vortice on the left. Here's the other side, another vortice swinging in right here. Right now it's pretty ragged. It's pretty ragged, but we have two vortices here now. And left to right. Tom's looking right at it. Tom, give us an update. It's trying to get wrapped in rain, but you're looking at the tornado, Tom. It is on the ground. Go.
Yeah, for sure. It's on the ground. I can see multiple vortex at times. I did have a power flash here a couple minutes ago. A little bit. There's the house. I believe this was an outbuilding that just got disintegrated, and it's a total loss there. But there is debris scattered all over this place. There's two houses that are intact right here where we are, so it wasn't as bad as it may be to the west and to the south of where we are, but we will go back that way, search out some more, and get back with you.
Vaughn, let me ask you a question. From that point, how far, I know it's hard to tell the length of it, but what width is that? And I know you're kind of in the middle of an open field, so that's hard to tell too. How wide do you think the tornado was through there? Eighth of a mile, a couple hundred yards? What do you guesstimate at this point?
David, I would say it's at least 400 yards wide right here where we are.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The mesocyclone was actually pretty wide. Vaughn, is that the worst damage you've seen right there, at least in that area south of Elk City?
There is some buildings. It's kind of an industrial park over here, and some of them are totally destroyed. We just can't get to it. They have the road blocked off. But we're going to turn around and see if we can grab a shot from a different angle. Back to you. Yeah,
north of Roosevelt, like you said, it's going to cross 183. You'll be able to drop south out of Hobart, and then you'll be able to get ahead of it and take a dirt road and go back east over to 54 between Godebo. The National Weather Service and the survey teams determined about how well this was built. But most homes, you know, we're talking, yeah, that's EF2 damage. Yeah, that's EF2. Okay, that's EF2 damage, and that's major, folks. That is major damage. We were live on the air, and this thing was wrapped up, and it was wrapped in rain. These people never saw it. They never saw it. They heard it, and they felt it, but they never saw it. I hope they were watching. Because if we were saying it was going south of Elk City, it was going barely south of Elk City, and that's exactly where it is. And that's major damage. Okay, that's going to be at least EF2. I'm saying EF2 for now. We'll see what it comes out with. We'll see what the official is on it. Okay. Wow. Okay, if not more, if not higher. EF2 damage. Obviously, somebody was home. There's debris. The window's blown out. This car was here. We're still standing. Unless there's part of the house here that I can't see, but it looks like that's the garage. Okay, so this house, even though, yes, this is a nightmare, and this is dangerous, and this can be deadly, we hope it's not. We haven't heard of any fatalities. We've heard of injuries. This is going to be EF2 damage, okay, if not stronger out of that. And that's a direct hit. They took a direct hit. And this tractor might not have been there, and that truck might not have been there. EF2 can pick up tractors and cars, okay? There you go. Amanda, that's another picture that really tells the horror of what's going on the south sides of Elk City.
Well, this is Lee Littrell, city manager of Elk City.
All right. First off, I'm so sorry you're having to deal with this, but let us know what's going on as we speak. Are there still rescue operations going on?
Well, we believe we have everyone accounted for. We've had some injuries, but they're doing one more house-to-house search to verify that everyone is accounted for. Communication with the people that live in these houses. They know all their neighbors, and they say everyone is out and is safe.
Okay, that's the good news. You're telling us, and right now we're giving the folks at home an aerial view just coming into us from Bob Mills Sky News 9. This is some video from earlier on, and you can see the fire department there trying to rescue people out of the damage. You mentioned, Lee, there have been some injuries. Do you have an estimate on how many injuries there have been?
We do not. I do not have that information. I do know that the hospital has called in some extra help at the emergency room, and we have multiple police departments and fire departments on the scene here assisting with this. I guess you could call it search and rescue and cleanup. We have our street crews coming in to help remove trees out of the roads. And then we start, cleaning off the roads and cutting up the trees.
And we're getting a look at some of the damage. It looks horrible right there. Where is the damage located? Is it mostly just south of town near the country club?
Mostly south of town, in the country club area. A lot of these homes, well, I think every one of these homes have been hit. Some will, have their rooftops missing. Some have a little damage. And then we have also had some reports of another neighborhood just south of town. Nothing like it is here in this area, though.
Do you know the people who were injured? Were they in their homes? Were they taking shelter? Did they have any type of warning if they weren't watching on TV?
I do not know that information. We do know we did have to rescue some people out of the homes, and I believe they've probably been taken to the emergency room for treatment.
And yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to ask you, have you had a chance to really get in there and see the damage yourself?
Yes, I'm standing in here right now. It's just amazing. It looks like homes have blown up with a bomb.
Has your city ever gone through something quite like this before?
Not to my knowledge, we haven't. It's probably one of the worst things we've had happen here in Elk City.
Have you had other people come in? I know we've seen the fire department there. OHP is helping out with the roads, and also they've helped out with the rescue. Have you had other people come to your area and already asking how they can help?
Yes, like I said, we've got fire departments from other communities like Carter and Canute. We've got Burns Flat Police Department here that I've seen, Oklahoma Highway Patrol, and we have a lot of people, citizens in town wanting to know what they can do to help. And right now, we just need them to stay out of the area. And once we get this clear and safe, I'm sure they'll be able to come in and help their friends clean up.
As you take a look around, can you give us kind of a description of what you're seeing right now in the town and south of Elk City?
Well, there are trees uprooted all through the area, laying on top of cars, laying on top of homes. There's half of roofs missing. There's total roofs missing. Sheet metal strung out around the neighborhoods. Fences are blown apart. Just everything you'd expect from a tornado comes through your town.
Any estimate on how many homes and businesses have been damaged?
No, I would tell you every home in this neighborhood has been damaged. And I go back, also heard that there's some reports out southwest of town to some possible barns and maybe some oil field businesses out there. But we haven't had, to my knowledge, any injuries out there, but that's not sure.
Okay, and folks who aren't really familiar with Elk City, it's about 112 miles due west of Oklahoma City, and you have some roads around that area I'm sure are blocked off as we speak.
Yes, absolutely. All these roads coming into this neighborhood are blocked off with our road barrels and with law enforcement keeping people out. We do have down power lines, and we do have some gas lines that have been leaking, and they're working on getting those plugged.
We're seeing a lot of the tornado damage, and that's what we're really focusing on. But talk to us, have you seen any hail damage? Because we know...
That's a pretty good estimate there, David. From that tank that's right there, and then back behind me, back towards Elk City, there's a manufactured home with an outbuilding that's been, the outbuilding is completely destroyed, and the roof has been ripped off the manufactured home. But that's it. That's between a quarter and a half a mile wide right here. And that stretches all the way back to the Elk City Reservoir, back to my southwest, and or whatnot that's in here. But they just keep pushing the perimeter back to try to keep people out. And the area that we're at, again, is the command center for...